So I'll be honest, when I saw the Sims 4 Adventure Awaits initial reveal trailer, I was actually quite excited for me. Anyway, you guys know I complain quite a lot, but I felt like the actual concepts looked quite cool this time round. Yet as soon as I looked at the comments, there was not one comment actually talking about the pack. All of the comments were talking about EA and how much they just want the game to be fixed. And it made me feel like, wow, Simmers are really done with this game right now. Adventure Awaits is a really fun concept because it's a concept about going on holiday, on vacation, which is a very, very popular concept. It's also a very heavily family orientated pack with lots of stuff for kids to do. Again, a very, very popular concept. Yet Simmers are just so dumb with the state of this game right now. So not even a popular pack concept like this can save them. There is also some other news to suggest that the Sims 4 Adventure Awaits. Okay, this will be interesting news. I've heard a rumor from a credible source that this is going to be the final Sims 4 pack. That was me being clickbaity, not the final Sims 4 pack ever, but it will be the final Sims 4 expansion pack for a really long time because allegedly they're just going to be spending months and months trying to fix this piece of game, which I just can't believe. I reckon they'll at least be uploading kits in this time. Like they've got to fund it somehow. So I'm assuming that kits are going to be used in order to fund them actually fixing the game. But apparently the game is just so unstable right now it can't handle anymore. So this is the last EP until I don't know when. Is it going to be a whole year until we get another pack? As in like 365 days year? Or is it gonna be like half a year? Is it just going to be a couple months before they get money hungry again? It seems like a very non-EA thing to do to care for their consumers, and I think it's really interesting that this leak has come out. It might not be true, but it has come from a source that normally is true. So I just confuse fundamentally why EA would do such a pro-consumer thing of not just churning out mindless DLC and instead actually focus on fixing the game. Why are they doing something that benefits the customers? It just doesn't make sense for EA. You know, EA have been in like rivalry with their customer base for years now. We all know EA doesn't really like their customers. It's known even outside of the Sims community. So it's just bizarre to me. Why would they see this pack as the final pack before they actually fix the game? Something that could be the case is we could actually be getting maybe a stuff pack or two before we see another major release that could be happening. I'm not too sure though. Undoubtedly though, of course, they will get a lot of kits, which I'm honestly not against. EA churn out a new kit every week. I'm happy with those. And you know, to give some more credit to EA, something that Simmers complain about a lot is when they say the game is broken, normally they do have a lot of mods installed. And I'm not saying all the people who are like this are complaining, but I will be honest with you. I've seen a lot of people making comments online saying things like, oh, but I only have MC Command Center. I only have UI cheats extension. My game shouldn't be broken. Like if you've got mods like that, that's why your game is broken. Even outdated custom content, even very old makeup CC that you can't be bothered to reorganize in your mods folder, that could be breaking your game. Honestly, it could be. If you have mods and custom content installed that you can't be bothered to update, then that's on you. I mean, I'm going to be very honest with you. It's not EA's responsibility to fix your mods folder. It's like that with any video game. But I do know there's a lot of people complaining for valid reasons about packs like For Rent, for example. I don't know if you guys have watched pretty much any of my Sims 4 Let's Plays, and buggy things happen all the time. And I usually play unmodded. Most YouTubers do use MC Command Center and stuff, or even CC. I genuinely don't play with any mods usually, so that's that for you. And I have quite a good PC and I have all the packs. So maybe the game is quite broken. For me personally anyway, I find that it's broken in a way where it's just like a ton of little things constantly happening, but it's more so just an issue with the foundation of the game. And I think it would be very good for them to spend a long time working on that foundation and not just making the platform work for, you know, people who play on toaster laptops from 2007, but actually making it work for everyone. Because, you know, it doesn't even work for me on my gaming PC, so they can do these stability updates for people on toaster laptops, but that doesn't necessarily make the game less glitchy. It just means that it can render smoother. Do you know what I mean? I just feel like there's a lot of core foundation information or stuff that they haven't done that they really need to do, but is potentially honestly impossible to do. Anyway, for the sake of being catty, I want to look at the comments again. Somebody said, so this is where all the hobbies went, which I think is really funny. Other people said more hobbies than an actual hobby pack. In fact, I have seen a lot of people leave comments about this pack basically saying that it just feels like a bunch of random leftovers from other packs but put together, like just loads of random different concepts rolled into one, which definitely makes a lot of sense to me. They were just like, oh, we've got this random exercise bike that we haven't done anything yet. We've got bug catching nets. We've got paper planes. We've got a minor dating show mechanic. How can we fit all of these together? Let's just send them on an adventure. Let's call it an adventure pack. Like, it does feel like that. A lot of people have said that it's basically a rework of Growing Together or whatever. That one I do disagree with. Just because it comes with family themes, that doesn't mean it's Growing Together, because you can definitely have more than one pack that comes with a family theme for sure. Somebody said, I could swear I already have this pack. Like, there's literally not one. Should we try and find like one positive comment? I'm really going to try. I'm genuinely not finding anything other than one comment that says the playground equipment. Okay, wow, I'm shocked. My jaw dropped, lol. That is the only positive comment that I've seen. To be fair, I thought the playground equipment thing looked quite cool actually as well. Other than that, I'm just not seeing. That's literally the only positive one. Maybe there's more. I can't see them though. And this all comes after that controversial Sims 4 update. Get cozy, exclusive, warm, and cozy bonus items. Where are my exclusive, warm, cozy bonus items? I don't know what they are anyway. Is it in options where you can remove packs? There we go, pack selection. And they release this controversial thing where you can enable and disable packs. And I think it's really interesting that we've got this, because EA's kind of, it's almost like their response to Sims complaining about how broken the game is just saying, well, uninstall the features that you paid for, which I just think is really funny. Because imagine, okay, let's just pretend this is not EA for a second. Let's put this in another context to see how bloody ridiculous this is. Imagine if you purchase a television, okay? You're buying yourself a new Samsung TV, but the TV is faulty. And Samsung just says, well, you could just unplug the TV and just, you know, not use it. That's kind of what it's giving. Okay, it's like a metaphor, whatever. That's just how it feels to me when they're saying that. It's like, oh, just don't use the thing that you purchased. Like, you know, if it's not working, it's not my problem. Even though I'm the one who sold it to you, that's not my problem. It doesn't work. It's yours. Just you know, just deactivate the pack. Although be warned, the pack selection feature that you're supposed to use to deactivate the packs is also broken. Maybe we should have the option to deactivate the pack deactivator, because this is currently breaking people's games severely, which is just so fucking funny of EA. I mean, how many expansions do we have now? We've got 19. So this is going to be the 20th pack that Sims 4 Adventure awaits. Not the 20th pack of all, because, oh gosh, there's bloody glitchy, ugly pop-ups. I can't even access this anyway. That's the Sims 4 for you. Everything's glitching. There's obviously more than 24 packs in this game. There's like a million. 19 expansion packs, 20 after Adventure Waits comes out. Wow. I think it's a real shame that we're ending on a bit of a low note with The Sims 4, and I kind of wish EA would be a lot more upfront with the fact that, you know, this is going to be the last pack for a while. They are so bad with their transparency of their player base. And then once everyone kind of gets sick of it, they'll do something where they'll be like, right, we're listening to you. We've set up a dedicated team to deal with this. But then the dedicated team kind of fizzles out after, you know, a little bit, and everyone forgets about it. EA do this all the time. So I don't know if this, you know, curtain call, as it's being called, for a few months is actually going to be, you know, a long period of time where they do fix the game, but they don't release packs. Or are they just gonna, you know, after a couple of months realize, God, we're not making as much money as before, and, you know, some psychopath in a suit's getting mad, so we've just got to make some more packs? Like, is that what it's gonna be like? I'm assuming that's gonna be it. I'm assuming that they're not gonna come out and say we're focused more than ever on fixing the game. It just doesn't seem like something that they would do unless it would be an empty promise as before, because the game is more broken than ever, despite them saying more than ever that they've been fixing the game. So I just think it's very interesting. Another controversy of this pack is the imaginary friend doll. Everybody say it looks really ugly. I can't agree anymore. It does look really ugly. I think that it looked a lot better in The Sims 3. In The Sims 3, it kind of had like an alien looking vibe. It still looked bloody weird in The Sims 3, but in The Sims 4, they really doubled down on some creepy friend. I mean, if that was my imaginary friend, I wouldn't be very happy. I would actually be kind of creeped out. I mean, if I was a kid and that became my imaginary friend, God help me, get me on the antipsychotic meds. I don't want to be seeing that. I do think it's a fun feature though. I do think the reality dating feature will be maybe okay too. I'm not too sure at this stage. And I also feel like having some new hobbies in the game will be fun. I'm not sure what it's going to be like creating your own holiday. Are you going to be able to make your own holiday lot, or are you making an itinerary on a lot? That's not like, I'm not too sure yet. And I think they need to release a gameplay trailer before we get too excited. But I feel like the pack genuinely looks okay. I just feel like it's going to flop. It was like that with The Sims 4 businesses and hobbies. Honestly, I thought it was one of the best pack concepts that they've ever done for The Sims 4. Yeah, the pack just kind of got mixed reviews and everybody review bombed it. Even I review bombed it, and I really like the pack. I feel like the same thing will happen with The Sims 4 Adventure Awaits. I think on paper it looks like a good idea, but when it comes out, I think Simmers are just gonna be so done with The Sims 4 that they don't really care. That's my theory anyway, as to when it comes out. So I just wanted to highlight today what everybody's been saying about this pack and how I think it's really interesting how a popular pack concept could actually be so criticized just after one basic trailer. You guys let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and subscribe so you don't miss a future video. I will see you in the next one.